Good morning, it's Jim's Garage, part 3. I'll do that again. Good morning, it's Jim's Garage, part 3. Here we are in Jim's Garage. Big pile of stuff. A drum kit has appeared since I was here last. So let's see what we've got to do. We've got to roof panel, roof panel, roof panel, roof panel, panel up there, and then this end can do another panel there, and then 2 roof panels, and then that's it for the basic stuff. And then what we might do is over in that corner is put a stud wall there coming out and then across to there, to make like a cupboard, because the idea is that it's going to brew beer in there, so you need a little out of the way spot for the Malago brew house, which is what started all this actually. Yeah, just looking at some of my handiwork. Why is that like that? I don't remember doing that. Yeah, it's all good. There's the man, he's coming. He's got some ear defenders for me. There he is! Jim!
Essentials.
The Jim of the Jim's Garage. So things I forgot to bring with me this time was my entire toolbox, which I left on the floor of my shed, and some ear defenders, but Jim's got some of these music things. High fidelity music earplugs, just to take out the harmful frequencies so I don't make my tinnitus worse. Alright, so we'll get you set up and we'll see what happens. Hello, here I am. So I'm going to do a voiceover for this one, and I'm just going to wing it. Just going to wing it, do it live, like an old DVD commentary. So it's just me here, me and Lola. She's over there having a sleep on the bed next to me. So, right, here we go. The first thing to say is when I walked back into this garage after a few months of not being there, I thought, oh dear, doesn't look as good as I remember it. A lot of sort of bodgy bits, but you know, you do your best, don't you? And even though I really planned, well, I thought I'd got organised and figured out what I needed to take, I forgot really important bits. You'd have to have like a go bag if you were travelling carpenter or whatever, tradesman. So I'm just drilling out some holes in the steels there. So I've got my drill bit that goes through metal, and that's all right until it bursts through, and then what can happen is you can snap your drill bit. So I think that's what I did here. It's been a couple of months since I videoed this. It's just been sitting on my GoPro, nothing to do. There's me chopping up some lengths. So those are the battens that are going to be attached to the steel. So then you can attach the OSB boards to those. I am working on my own this time. Last time I had my mate Paul Clarkey, who was there to help. Jim's working at this point, so it's just me, and that's fine. Don't mind that. A lot of faffing, isn't there? A lot of up and down those ladders. I'm using a clamp, look. Oh, that was my idea actually. Yeah, I remember now. I was using a clamp as an extra pair of hands basically, because I knew I wouldn't have any help. So I took those G clamps. They're quite rubbish to be honest, but I took those. So one of the things I don't have is I've got to take this. There's a light there now because the electrician's been. He stuck a light up there and I couldn't get it off. So I've had to dismantle it to get the light off, which you'll see in a minute. Looking, thinking. What am I going to do? So I sort of propped the light on top of that beam. I was just checking that the the garage doors, I'm going to knock it off. So now I'm going to cut this first bit of OSB to size so I can stick it in the roof. I'm trying to mark where the wooden bits go, because when you get it up there, the tricky bit is knowing where to put the screws, because you can't see where you're screwing into. So what there is a lot of holes where I've driven a screw through and missed the wooden beam. I had to redo it. So just trying to figure out a way of getting this up by myself. Putting in some of the rock wool, try and get some insulation going. It is all insulated, all the walls, all the roof space is all insulated. I don't know how well it's insulated. Again, it's really difficult to get the wood up there and get the insulation in there as well. Jim's come in for a chat. He always does this because he feels guilty because I'm in there working on his garage and he's sat doing emails. So he always tries to come and help. And bless him. He's a great help. Makes a good cup of tea and a good sandwich. That's all I need. More bits of rock wool going in. Just trying to, so you sort of get it up there, get the OSB board up on a couple of screws at one end, and then it sort of bends and hangs down just enough that you can slide in the rock wool. And you can sort of position it as best you can, and then you can whack in some more screws, and that's the first bit gone up. A little fiddle with the phone, little phone fiddle. There you go, look, Jim came in then, you see that? Food on plates. So we've gone to have lunch, so I'm going to edit this bit. Right, so here we go. Lunch was had. Little sit down, little nice leisurely lunch, because, you know, I'm not getting paid for this, so I'm not being paid by the hour, so I'm not being paid. So yeah, we had a nice chit chat. Me and Jiminy boy. He made a nice sandwich, had some Monster Munch, pickled onion Monster Munch. I tell you, there was about 7 of them in that pack. 7 crisps. I know they're chunky Monster Munch, but even so, 7. Ridiculous. Really little packs. It's the, what's it called? Shrinkflation. It does my head in. Everything's getting smaller whilst getting more expensive. What is the world coming to, eh? What is the world coming to? Anyway, my new philosophy on life, now that I've turned 50, my new philosophy is don't think. Just don't think, Andrew, because I have a habit, my mate Ian tells me I have a habit of thinking too much, and it just does my head in. And I think about all sorts of things, and I worry about what if I do X, what if I do Y, what will happen if I do this, what will happen if I do that. And rather than just make a decision, and if you make a decision, then you just deal with the consequences, don't you? So anyway, sorry, rambling, but yeah, try not to think as much, just do, to the point where, so when I'm doing this sort of stuff, like Jim's garage, I'm perfectly happy because I'm occupied. So when I'm sitting around watching crap telly, my mind wanders and you start to think about things, and then you start to worry about things, and then it does your head in. And the state of the planet, and the state of politics, and the state of everything. So all of that's beyond my grasp, so, well, not beyond my grasp, you know, beyond my powers to affect, so I'm just cracking on. Don't worry about it. Having a bit of a tidy up, trying to get a bit organised. Another thing about doing projects like this, and any project actually, is trying to stay on top of the mess. Because what I tend to do is I make loads of mess and I'm just putting things down all over the place that A, you can't find things, and B, you start tripping over stuff. And usually when you're carrying something really heavy. So trying to keep tidy is quite important, even in a big space like this. Anyway, that's the sidewall. You see the new fuse box there. So while I was away, Jim did have the electrics done properly. So he's got some proper lights in there now, and some, you know, proper trunking with some plug sockets and stuff, which you can see on the wall over there as well. And I don't know what I'm doing here. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm going to cut an OSB to width because it's too wide otherwise to go in the ceiling hole. When you're a hobbyist like me, there's always a wish list of tools. Oh, turn off. Oh, music. I'm talking. So, the problem I've got is I've been drilling out. These metal bits here, drilling holes in, so I can attach the wood, so I can attach the chipboard. The I'm forgetting what it's called, OSB board. Excuse me. And I snapped the drill bit, so I've sort of come to an end until Jimmy goes to the shop and buys me another drill bit. I've come to a bit of an end. I've had a bit of a tidy up. You wouldn't believe it, but I have. Yeah. Just rescuing all the screws on the floor. Yeah, so I've had a bit of a tidy up. I've got some floor space. That's a rubbish pile. Yeah, the big boards are all cut to length, so I've got that one over there, and I've got that one and that one to do. Then I've got the triangles to do, and then I'm going to do trim. So if you can see there, got a bit of trim there just to tidy things up a little bit, fill it, make it look a little bit better. It's always going to be rustic, which, as you know, is the catchphrase of Woodsy's Woodshop. Rustic. It's rustic. No, it's not shit. It's rustic. It's got a bit of pliance, as my dad would say. And I'm gonna do something with these in between bits here. Don't quite know what I'm going to do because it's all very uneven. Don't know why it's so uneven, really, but you know, whatever. We did the best we could do. And it's okay. It'll be all right. It won't ever be nice, but it will be functional. You will be able to put some sofa and a telly or whatever in here, and it will be an adequate space. I mean, if you paint it, and we've got to paint it because I put that on OSB. I put that one on backwards. I'm not bloody changing it now, I tell you. So I've got to paint it as well. I'm not going to paint it. Jimmy can do that. Look at that. What's that doing there? But yeah, I think that'll have to do for today. Well, it's 4 o'clock, so we're doing it sort of 4 hours ish. And then I'll finish it off tomorrow. Morning. It's 8:15, day 2. I'm tired. But then I'm 50, so I'm always tired and broken. Oh, my back hurts. But hey, we're going to finish today. We're definitely going to finish today. It's going to finish, and then it's just decorating, and I'm not doing that. Yeah. It's a grey day. It's a wet day. Look. Rubbish. So yes, I've got some drilling through metal to do. It's always fun. And then put some panels up, some bits and bobs. I'll try and remember and move you around a bit more today. Get a bit more of an angle, different angles and stuff. But hey, whatever. I'm doing my best. Oh, I'm so tired. See you in a minute. Ooh, wrong button. Yes, of course, the reason I was tired is because we'd been out the night before. No, actually, because... did I? Yeah, we've been... Oh, I can't remember now. Was this... Oh, yeah, I went down on a Thursday. Yeah, it was half term. I went down on a Thursday. Stayed in Thursday night, went out Friday night. Yeah. So I went down on Thursday and this is Friday. So I haven't been out at this point. Sorry, it's rambling again. Told you I'm winging this. Yeah, we didn't do anything. So I just went to bed. So I'm tired just because I was working and doing physical activities. This is the Friday that I was there. And then we do go out on Friday night to a gig, which was very good. We went to see Pip Blom, which are a really good band from Holland, I think. Pip Blom is the name of the band and also the name of the lead singer. She is called Pip Blom. Pip Blom. Anyway, so I've got a new drill bit, thanks Jim. I think I nearly broke this one as well. But yeah, drilling through this steel, sometimes it goes really well and sometimes it really doesn't. You're just spinning away on it. I don't know if you find it like a really hard bit. I don't know. I don't have enough experience of drilling metal. It's not something I do. I don't like metal work generally. I've looked at sort of ironmongery videos and things like that. And it's not my bag, baby. Much prefer working in wood. It's much more forgiving. Oh, there we go. Look, I've remembered to move the camera. Great. So that's another panel going up, as you can see. A bit of rock wool going on top. Slide it on. Jimmy's come for a look. Oh mate, yeah, cheers. What cup of tea? Yeah, cheers. I'm off camera again. It's brilliant. Probably just chat to Jim. Still there. I can see the shadows moving around. Sorry. Look. When my channel has 10 million followers, and I'm making loads of money from it, then I will employ a cameraman. Just like my favourite channel, Blacktail Studios, with Cam. Cam Anderson. Talking of that, I leave comments. Cam Anderson does lots of giveaways and stuff, and if you leave a comment, you got a chance of getting a giveaway, winning a prize. And the other day I got so excited because I left a comment on one of his videos and then he replied, oh my god, and he was like, hey, I've randomly picked you to win a prize, it's really great. And then I was like very excited and I replied and I was like, oh wow, who's this? And the first bell was the person didn't say this is Cam, he said this is Anderson. And I was like, why would he refer to himself as Anderson when his name's Cameron Anderson? So that was a little warning bell. Anyway, long story short, this is... Oh, there I am. Look, I'm back. I was going to say it was a boring video. Oh, look, cup of tea, look. Cup of tea. Yeah, so yeah, that was the first warning bell, and I got very excited. And then I said, wait, is this a scam? And I went on Cameron's Blacktail Studio website and he says, if you get messaged, it's not me, it is a scam. So then I started not shouting, but I said, you're a scammer, you should be ashamed of yourself. Called him a few choice words. And he's like, well, I said, well, what do you actually want then? Because obviously you're not going to give me a prize. So why are you contacting me? What do you want? And he went, money, please. I was like, what? Does this work? Do they contact people and get them to give them money? And I said, send me a selfie right now and I'll give you some money. And so he did. This scammer did. It was just some skanky looking kid lying on his bed, like he didn't even have a top on. And it was weird. I'm glad it wasn't a really bad picture, but it was just a picture of this American kid. Looks like he's having a bit of a rough life, but I just went, well, I think I said, you need to look after yourself a bit better, mate. And then that was the end of that. Blocked him off. Yeah, not a brilliant story, but there we go. So I've moved on. Just beware of scammers, basically, because they are out there and they nearly got me. But I was never going to send him any money. Yeah, so I've moved on. Second to last panel going up. And we've got a talky bit coming up in a second. So I wonder what I talk about. Probably that I'm tired and I want to stop and I'm going to go out and have a few bites. But I really do want to get it finished on the Friday. What have I got this Saturday as well? Oh, Jim! Dance! Ooh! we're well known for our dancing.
Yes, the 90s.
So say, keep the troops going. Back off, ladies, we're dancing. All right, all right. Oh, I do love a bit of 90s rave. Yeah, we're proper 90s boys, us. Just go raving. Love a bit of that. Me and Jimmy, best dancers there are. Can't get better than that. Chicks used to dig it. Yeah. Nah. So look, I'm starting to put some trim on. You could even call that a bit of skirting board. And already look, straight away, bosh, looks neater. And forms a little barrier if Jim ever gets round to screeding the floor, which I keep telling him to do, and he never does it. Because Jim will never do something that he can put off till another day. Which is part of the reason why I'm here doing it, because, you know, you just never get around to it. Oh. So, yeah, another brilliant camera angle from me. Because I'm... Oh, yay, look. I'm so clever. So I'm cutting these sort of skirting board lengths. Not worried too much about making them super straight, but if you go quite quick with those circular saws, they tend to straighten themselves. So obviously the blade is quite wide, so, you know, what is it, 8 inches, 10 inches wide? So it will guide itself, and you just sort of get better at it and whiz it along. Certainly good enough for this kind of thing. Still loads of rubbish on the floor. That's the new fuse box. Look at that. Nice bit of new electrics. Which Jim had done. So he did have that done. So that's good. Yeah, shut up, Woodsy. There's Jim stood in front of the camera. Thanks, mate. Is he coming for another rave? Don't know, maybe. Having a chit chat. I tell you, I could have done it after time if I didn't keep stopping to chat to Jimmy. Have I forgotten to move the camera? Maybe. I'll pause it there and see what happens. No, we continue. So just putting up the trim along the top. If this was the 80s, that would be coving, like my parents spent a fortune on. The 1980s. Got to get your coving up. It was a thing. Got your coving. It's not a thing anymore, is it? Coving. It's weird how these fashions change. Remember wood chip? Wood chip, magnolia wood chip everywhere. Pine tongue and groove, we had that around the fireplace, the gas fire. Why would you have a real fire when you can have a gas fire? Much more convenient. But it's not as fun, is it? It's not as fun as a real fire. Anyway, stop reminiscing, Woodsy. So that's the sort of trim gone up along there. And now I'm sort of fitting bits to try and cover the gaps where the rafters are and the beams. Hopefully I'm going to remember to move the camera in a minute. Yeah, look, I'm like a professional. I mean, not that you can see what I'm doing still, but I'm just putting little bits of wood everywhere, little bits of OSB everywhere to try and make things look a bit more respectable. I'll see in a sec, it will go up there. Look, there you go. Look, there's another bit of trim gone in, and it covers that gap. It makes it look like, yeah, a little bit better. Another bit of trim going in over there. I sort of remember I sort of gave up. I didn't do the end triangle pieces in the end because, you know, I was worn out. Very good, Andrew. Remember that I've still got another bit of sealing to do yet. I suppose I must have broken another drill bit, so I can't drill it out. So I'm doing the bits I can do while I'm waiting for another drill bit. So I spent 15, 20 quid on drill bits. Measuring. Measure twice, cut once. Or in my case, measure twice, cut once, measure again, cut again. Yeah, there's Jimmy again. More chatting. Oh, that was a small head. That's little Dexter. Come out and had to hang out. Now Dexter comes in and he expresses an interest in making stuff. So I said to him, here he is, look, he's sawing away, doing something with Dexter. I said to him, any of these offcuts, you can do whatever you want with them. And he was like Christmas had come, he couldn't believe it. I said, I can have all these. And I was like, yeah, well, all of it, yeah. What can I do with it? Anything you want. He's quite creative, Dexter, so he's practicing with the saw. He got quite good with the saw in the end. It takes a while. So he's a lefty as well. So he's trying to saw through that bit of two before he get there in the end. He said, I can't do it. I said, just keep going, you'll get there. And he did, bless him. Having a chat with his dad about his design, and he just sort of stuck a couple of bits together, bunged in a couple of screws, and I said, well, that looks like it might be part of a chair. So then he ended up thinking, oh yeah, and away he went, and he was there the rest of the afternoon. He has very strong ideas about what he wants to make. There you go, look, he's made that. Now we're marking it off with the square. What's it called? What's that thing called? Quick square? Can't remember. I'm spending more time helping Dexter now than I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's not true really, but you know. He's having a little look about, a little think. I'm going to stop it, see if I can cut some of this out for you. Now we can see we've been joined by Big Brother, Max, who's likes to have a go as well. Struggling with the saw. It's a real technique to sawing. It takes a few muscles, I think. He's double handing it. He's also, I remember now, he's also wearing his brand new trainers, 150 quid's worth of trainers that his dad didn't want to buy him, but he's got them anyway. And I'm like, Max, go and change your shoes. You're wandering around here. You could put a nail through them or a screw through them. And they're really expensive. Oh, I'll be alright. Look, brand new trainers. Look, big Nike ones with air soles and stuff like that. Anyway, tea delivered by Jim there. Did you see that? Nice delivery. There we go. Gone for a cup of tea. Oh no. Last back. Oh, drink the tea. Last bunch of screws going in. Give Dexter a little hand. Max and Dex. Can never remember which one's which. Determined lads. Oh look, sandwich has come in. Jim's been busy making, so it must be lunchtime. Scoff, 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 scoff. Chicken and egg, I think, with salad in, and he usually puts some sort of edamame beans in it or something. Nice. Lovely. We're all scoffing now. Scoffing and chatting and scoffing. Cup of tea. This is what we do most of the time. It's a good job he's not paying me, isn't it? So we've skipped on a bit now. I'm cutting a few more of these would-be skirting boards. I'm just putting the last bits on. There you go, look. When you're working on these sites, you've got to remember ABC, always be charging, so always have one of your batteries charging up. Otherwise you run out of battery, especially because my battery's getting a bit old now, so I really should buy another one. to have that one as my backup. Dexter's now cutting out flat bits to make the seat for his chair. Getting an upright back. Just helping him out. Oh, doing a bit of tidying. Starting to pack up. Put some things away, look. Helping Dex to get his... There you go. Get his back on his chair. There you are. Look at that chair. That's good, isn't it? I suggested it. Oh, look. Morning. Had a few drinks last night. To celebrate the completion of the garage. Well, I say completion. You know, still got to be decorated and stuff, but my bit's done. And I would say it's okay. It's not the best thing I've ever done, but considering we were making it up as we went along, it turned out okay. Also never done anything like this before, so it's all right, I'd say. You could certainly make it a habitable space now. Still some bits I could do, but I've kind of done with it. I've got one bit to do here, just there, which I missed yesterday. So I might just quickly do that now, and then I really am done. So it's been a weird one, this, isn't it? Yeah, but hey, there you go. The end. See ya.